Welcome, and thank you for joining me on this journey of mastering relaxation. This is a yin yoga practice to get a deep stretch after a workout. Meet your body where it is today. If a pose does not serve you, skip, modify, or find a different variation of it. Grab any props that you feel that you may need. I will be using blocks and a bolster. And remember, your body is the guru. Honor and listen to it. Let's begin by moving into tabletop position. Stack the wrists right under the shoulders and spread the fingers nice and wide. Stack the knees right under the hips and tuck the back toes under. Push into the ground with the hands, send the hips towards the heels. And then on your next exhalation, push the hips back and up for downward facing dog. We're going to start off by stretching the back body, stretching into the hamstring, the buttocks, the glutes, and the spine. Send the chest towards the upper thighs, and then you can walk your dog by pedaling out through the feet. Take an inhale to release and bring the knees down onto the ground. Keep the knees stacked right under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. Let's invite movement into the spine. Take an inhale, tilt the tailbone up, belly down, heart forward. Exhale to push the ground away, round through the spine, belly button towards the spine. Inhale, heart forward, shoulders back, tailbone up. Exhale into cat. Push into the feet and the shins. Link your breath with movement at your own pace and move through a few more cat-cows. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring the big toes together and send the knees out wide. Push the hips back. Melt the heart towards the ground for child's pose. Relax the upper back and draw the shoulders away from the earlobes. Use your inhalation to come upright, tuck the toes under, and push back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale to raise the right leg into three-legged dog. You can bend the knee, sending the right heel over to the left. Exhale, draw the right knee forward, in between the hands, coming into your pigeon pose, also known as sleeping swan. Use your left back toes to move the left knee back. Align the hips. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. And then use your exhalation to fold forward. You also have the option to rest the head on a block, a bolster. You can also stack the fists on top of each other and use them as support. Take an inhale to release. Push the hands into the ground. Tuck the back toes under and send the right knee back into tabletop. And just sway the hips from side to side to release. Then tuck your back toes under and push the hips back for downward facing dog. We're going to prepare for sleeping swan on the second side. On your inhalation, take the left leg up and back for three-legged dog. Exhale to send the shin forward. Tuck the right toes under to move the right knee back. Draw the left hip back and the right hip forward to align and square the hips. Make sure the shoulders are squared forward. Draw the shoulders down and back. Lengthen the spine. Send the heart forward. And then use your exhalation to fold forward. Scan through the body from head to toe, making sure you're not holding on to any tension. Breathe into the left hip and soften the hips on your exhalation. Soften your upper back. Even with the upper body folded forward, draw the heart center forward to lengthen the spine. Deep inhalation to release. Bring the hands to the ground. Take the hips up and back for downward facing dog to release. You can take a pedal out through the legs. Release the legs down. And let's prepare for our next pose, dragonfly pose. Find a seated position. And you have the option to use blocks and bolsters in between the legs for support. Spread the legs apart. And you can place blocks in between the legs and rest the forearms on the blocks. Or you can stack the bolster right on top of the blocks, bringing the ground up higher, and rest the forearms on that, creating more support for the upper body. Rotate the outer thighs to keep the knees pointing straight up. And root your sit bones down into the ground. Grow your spine long, extend your torso forward, And then bring your arms in front of you, either on the floor or resting on some props. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the hips. This yin practice was designed to build flexibility and to help release tension after a workout. And though it's helping us to get into our body and build that flexibility, it's also helping us to build flexibility in the mind. So in this dragonfly pose, it can be challenging to the hips and the hamstrings. Can you embrace this calm and this stillness, even in this challenging pose? Use your inhalation to gently release. And if you were using props, set them off to the side. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground, knees bent up, and lean back and just windshield wipe the knees back and forth to release the hips. Let's move into caterpillar pose. Extend both legs straight in front of you. Hinge forward from the hips and grab a hold of the outer edges of the feet or the legs. Draw your shoulders down. Draw the heart forward, elongate the spine. You can tuck the chin down towards the chest to make sure that the back of the neck is long, or you can bow the forehead down, allowing the head and the neck to relax. Roll the upper body up to release. And let's take butterfly pose. Draw the soles of the feet together, and then draw the heels in towards the body. Open the knees away from each other, and grab the outer edges of the feet. As you roll your outer hips to the floor, Grow long through your spine. See if you can find any more release in the hips, in the neck, and in the muscles of the face. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. You can always hold butterfly pose sitting up upright, keeping the spine straight. Or you could fold forward, allowing your spine and your back to release, pushing the elbows and the forearms into the legs to get in deeper. Take an inhale and an exhale to release butterfly pose. Bring the knees together, extend the legs long, and come to lie on your back. Draw both knees in towards the chest, hugging them in close. And then keep the right knee hugged in and extend the left leg straight along the floor. Reach your right arm to the right and place your left hand on the right knee and guide the knee all the way over to the left for a supine twist. You can look straight up or take your gaze over to the right hand. Make sure the upper body is plugged into the ground. You also have the option to place a block or a bolster under the bent knee for support. Gently engage your abs to come back to center. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Let's move over to the opposite side. Keep the left knee hugged in towards the chest. Extend the right leg straight along the ground. Take the left arm out to a T. Shift onto the right hip, sending the left knee over to the right. As you lie in your supine twist, continue to imagine that with every inhalation, the spine extends long and straight. And as you exhale, you relax and release deeper into your supine twist. Inhale back to center to release. Hug both knees in towards the chest. And let's close our practice out with corpse pose. Allow the feet to relax and fall away from one another. Extend the arms by the sides of the body, with the palms facing up. Roll the upper arms outward and draw your shoulders down as the shoulder blades move in toward the heart. Draw the chin down gently. Soften the entire body. Close the eyes and let your body rest completely. To close our practice as we lie in Shavasana, I'll share an insert from Young Pueblo's book called Inward. A human is as deep as an ocean, yet most of us spend our lives knowing only the surface. When we decide to dive deep within ourselves, we set in motion the miracle of personal evolution. Gently move the fingers and toes to release our Shavasana, and roll over to one side and find your way into a seated position. Feel the state of the body and the mind at the end of your practice. Inhale and sweep the arms out, around, and up. The palms come to touch overhead. Land the palms at the forehead as a reminder that you are the master of your Zen. Palms rest at the lips as a reminder to communicate our truth with authenticity and kindness. Palms rest at the heart center as a reminder to know thyself and love thyself. Thank you for practicing with me. Peace and ease to you. If you enjoyed this session and it helped you, please share it with someone that it can help. Subscribe, like the video, leave a comment so that we can connect, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be aware of when I post and we can practice together. Until next time. Hi, thank you for joining me for this card pull after our yin practice. I'm just getting my card set up here. Let's see, what we're using today is empowerment cards from Purple Canyon. This deck that I am loving. Inner fucking peace. I love that. That is so me, straight to the point. And these stress less cards. These stress less cards give like activities and practices that you can do to help you stress less. So let's get a card from each. After yin, I actually went for a walk. I just felt like, I was like, I need the trees, the ground, I need to ground. Grounding is very important to me. It's really important that I take that time to just be still with no stimulation, with nothing. Just to just sit, breathe, and just be. And that's why I really appreciate the practice of yin. I'm actually doing a power yoga challenge for myself right now, where I do power yoga every day for 30 days. Because strength is just as important as flexibility. You need the strength to get deeper into your flexibility, to create a flexible body. The strengthening the muscles around the joints helps to protect the joints when you move into those more bendy postures to cultivate more flexibility. And I was like, when I get back, I need to pull a card for myself. And I just thought, like, why don't I just share it with you? I'm gonna pull a card and take a message or a practice into this day or the evening, whenever you're watching this. And as I was sitting out there too, walking and sitting out there, I was just thinking about how like yin has given so much to my life, to my body, my mind. I'm an impatient person. I can tend to move fast, and I can tend to move just fast and quick. And I love how yin gives me the time to slow down and be still, to really visit with myself and to really think about how I'm feeling, what does my body feel. And pulling a card was a message that came to me while I was sitting still. Like, let me get a card. Yes, we got one right away. Stress less. Ooh. Give thanks for all the good. I'm going to read this. And then I'll pull one of these cards. Give thanks for all the good. List the things you feel grateful for right now. What is good in your life? What is valuable in your life at the moment? Write down even the small things. Is there something you are grateful for that you may have been taking for granted? Gratitude boosts positivity in the body, helps you to concentrate on the here and now, and reduces feelings of stress. I've mentioned this before, but I am still on this gratitude challenge. I don't know what day I'm on. I'm like past day 40 something. I'll count later. But I started a gratitude challenge that another YouTuber started. Her name is Chelsea from iHeart Aries. I love her. I love her channel. She's just awesome. I have seen the gems of what practicing gratitude does, from the smallest to the biggest levels. Energy flows wherever your mind goes. So where your thoughts go, they become things. You can create your reality. So when I focus on gratitude, and coming from me, I've been very pessimistic, walking around life with a chip on my shoulder because of the things I've been through. But something in me felt like something had to change and evolve. And I want to change and evolve, and I want to grow. And I don't want to live my life being negative and pessimistic. So I really dove in to doing this gratitude challenge that she started, which is hard for me because sometimes I just get bored and I stop challenges. But right now, I'm still continuing her challenge, and she's even doing like a money manifestation challenge, and I'm in that. I'm in the flow of that. I think we're like on the third week. I don't even count. I just do it because like I don't even want to think about there being an end. I just want this to be something that like my mind is always thinking about. I'm abundant. Money is coming to me. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for the things in my life, the good things in my life. Good things are coming to me. This card resonates. I'm going to hold it one more time and invite you to pause on it, journal on it, reflect on it. I love this card, this message. I'm going to keep this card out. Let's get an empowerment card because I can keep going on and on and on about gratitude. I have often focused so much on what's going wrong. Like I have a very analytical mind, so I'm just like analyzing and I called it being realistic, but it was actually pessimism and it was actually negative. And focusing on gratitude helps me to feel lighter. It helps me to be in the present. It helps me to realize how much I have and how abundant I already am. And when you focus on that, you start to notice the good things. You don't miss when the good things happen in your life. Or I don't miss the good things that happen in my life when I focus on gratitude. Let's get an empowerment message. Ooh, I love this. Garden of Joy. Because I like the outdoors and I love a beautiful garden. Let me read this message. Today I am joyful. I tend a hidden garden of happiness in my soul. The world deserves my authentic joy and I radiate positive energy. That message is for you. It's for us, but that message is for you to reflect on. This is a beautiful card. Cultivating that inner world, visiting with yourself. That's another reason. That's why I love yin. It gives me time to visit with myself in my inner world. What's going on? Slowing down and being still. It gives me that time. I think we all need that time in a world where things are moving so fast. To just kind of slow down and check in with like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What is your body feeling? Really creating that relationship. I've been really focused on that. Creating the most important relationship with myself because I was not focused on that. I would focus outwardly, externally on others, sacrificing myself, my time and my happiness, my comfortability to make other people happy for what? And that's why I love pulling empowerment cards because I'm feeding myself my own power, my own energy, and I share that with you. Let's get a quick, straight to the point message from this deck. Fresh out of fucks. And embracing inner peace. And on the back it says, the wine is helping. I don't drink alcohol, but it's funny. If you do, hey, maybe it resonates with you. I like that. The wine is helping. Fresh out of fucks and embracing inner peace. Yes. Embrace your inner peace. I've made my mental peace is like, it's a non-negotiable. I've been getting very grounded and comfortable with my boundaries. My inner peace, my peace comes first. Your peace comes first. And if you're disrupting that or causing chaos in my life, whether it's a person, place, thing, or substance, gotta cut it out right away. Like I don't got time for it. I don't got time to like think about, go back and forth. As soon as my intuition and I feel like this is disrupting my peace, it's gonna disrupt my mind, it's gonna disrupt my health. And we don't got time for that. All right, those are the messages for today. I'll hold them up one more time. Where is it? Got this one. We got this card. Pause on them, you could use them to journal and reflect on, use it as affirmations. What I do with this card, what I do with like these little smaller cards, and usually the cards that I pick is I keep them out like by my mirror in the bathroom, and for a few days, whatever resonates, a few days, a week. And that way it's kind of like I'm training my subconscious mind to take it in, because these messages are positive. They're only going to help me to grow and evolve into a better person. So why not just keep it out for a few days and kind of just like get it embedded into my subconscious and take it in, so that I could just move forward with just more fulfillment, peace, joy, and happiness in my life. I hope that these cards and these messages resonate with you. I hope that the messages help you. And thank you for joining me after this healing practice. And thank you for joining me for this card pull. And remember, take time out of your day. Carve time out of your day in your life to master your relaxation. All right, until next time.